Hey, beautiful soul. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back. For us all, now that my YouTube break is 1 week over now, yeah. And my voice is not working. Now it is. Thank God. We start off with a pretty awesome new reading. The dragons are joining us for this special reading, and it is called, as most of you have already read, A New Time is Dawning, Message of the Dragons. And you can choose from 4 different dragon pictures that you will see after the intro. I will announce it anyway, so don't worry. And without further ado, let's get ahead with our intro. There is something that came through earlier about water. So a little message for all of you is that, little reminder, I would say, more so, that water, spirit, water itself, can help you clean and cleanse everything out that does not serve you, that no longer serves you. You can work with water when you drink it, you can bless it, whatever you want. You can just drink water without anything, just for the sake of water. Our body is made of 70% of water, so of course we always need to drink water. The more water you drink, less soft drinks, juice, alcohol, the better it is for you to finish off with old processes. Yeah. But also you can swim in a natural body of water. You can go swimming in the swimming pool or just play in the water. Just be around water, be with water. This will help you mostly. This is the best way to help you. Yeah. Okay. Now that we talked about this, and there are 100 cars passing by, I hope you can still hear me. You can still hear me. But I guess so. We can move on to the pictures where you can choose from. The different timestamps are linked down in the description. And yeah, so whatever picture you feel drawn to the most is your picture, your chosen pile, and therefore there are messages coming through for you. Yeah. Now you can choose between the first picture, the golden dragon, the second picture, the blue dragon, the third picture, the ice dragon, and the fourth picture, the violet dragon. So we'll see in your chosen pile. Hello there, beautiful soul. Now we meet again in your chosen pile, the golden dragon. Yeah, the golden dragon. What a magnificent being it is, full of wonders and mysteries. and a lot of protection. The golden dragon that stands for abundance, not only for financial abundance, but also the abundance that only comes from within. This one special feeling inside yourself. So, what does the golden dragon wants you to know? Yeah. I got a little bit rusty, over the time talking English. I'm not quite sure what I'm talking about, if it's right or wrong, but does it really matter? I don't think so. Most importantly, it is that you just get what I'm talking about. And I'm sure you do. So, the golden dragon wants you to know that you don't have to be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. But it is panic from certain insects like wasps, bees, bumblebees. What else is there? Bugs, spiders. You know, all of those kind of things. There is no reason for you to be afraid of those certain beings anymore. Because you are always safe. No matter how scary or dangerous things might seem. This is just a trick your mind plays to you. This is something you have learned, but does not come with your true self. And there is always a possibility for you to let go of this kind of fear. And for some of you, it would be really helpful for the new time that is emerging, new time that is dawning in your life, to let go of those outdated belief systems and fears. And there's a person I see for you that you can work with, especially a woman, whether it is a psychologist that helps you overcome those deeply rooted fears that are not so deeply rooted as you think they are. And for others, there is a person working in the energetic fields that can help you let go of this fear, just let it be, and for you to feel safe again around those certain beings. And yeah, it can also be for ghosts. There is a fear for some of you of ghosts, and there's also this possibility to let go of this fear. Also, of certain kind of people I see that also does not come with your true self, but it is learned or passed on from your ancestors or people you grew up with. Yeah. And surround yourself with, that sounds weird, but surround yourself with bees, with flowers and bees. Because bees have a certain kind of energy that might help you. Okay, that is really weird. But let me see. Why? Why is it that bees' energies are so important for you? They have this certain kind of energy that is helping you. This is this, let me think. I only get the German word. Let me see. I will check that out. And then I'll be back. They have this certain kind of diligence, yeah, that helps you. If you surround yourself with those energies you want to integrate in your life, within yourself, then this is the best way to go for it. yeah, if you wanna stay in this fear mode, you better surround yourself with fearful energies, with fearful people. But if you wanna have it otherwise, you're gonna do the opposite. And there is nothing to be ashamed of when you are in fear or when you feel fearful because of certain things. That is just something that comes with being a human. And this is, in some kind of way, pretty normal, pretty human-like. So please don't judge yourself. It is just what it is. And that's everything you need to know about that. And something else bees have is a certain kind of love for communities, for others, and for themselves, for life. They are just fully present in the moment and fully trusting. They're not questioning things. They're just living this way, always. And if you ever were watching bees, you can see that they don't want to harm anyone normally. So if they don't feel attacked or something, there is also a certain kind of example I can give you. When I was swimming in the swimming pool, there was a bee, a female bee. You know, the working bees, those who collect from flowers. I put it on my hand so I can get it out of the water, and I had to swim at the other end of the pool to put it out. And the bee, it didn't sting me, it just knew it would be saved. So for those of you who have a lot of fear of bees, there is a way for you to ease this fear if you just watch them. You can keep your safe distance, but just start watching them and see the good sides about them, and see that they are actually not that dangerous or aggressive than what your mind tells you that they are. So you can slowly integrate a different perspective. Yeah. Interesting. Sunflowers. Also, sunflowers are very important for you. And there is something about sunflowers that might help you too. Maybe those are the sunflower seeds, but also kind of looking at them gives you a certain kind of peace. Maybe it reminds you of your mother. I see something divinely feminine, like a feminine energy that it is surrounding this flower that will also help you. So it is really important for you, don't question it, to surround yourself with flowers, because it gives you a certain kind of ease and peace. And if you like the flowers that have a nice scent to them, just surround yourself. It's kind of a therapy for you to calm down. If you have a lot of stress in your life, this will help you calm down. Sunflowers, I don't think sunflowers have a certain kind of smell, but the yellow color of the sunflowers is very healing to you. Is there a sunflower juice? I don't think so. But there is a certain kind of flower, a yellow flower that you in Austria you can find them everywhere, on the ground street, also in Germany, somewhere along the way, where it is used for medical sense to help treat some difficulties in your body. I only know the German name. Wait. Yeah, it's called dandelion. So in German it's also lion. The word is also the in it. It's like called Löwenzahn. So directly translated it would mean lion tooth. I know, right? Funny. Yeah. And this plan especially might help you a lot. But firstly, this message does not apply for all of you. So this means please talk with your doctor, because there are certain kind of things that can go wrong if you work with this plant, if you take it as medicine, like the dandelion juice. That is also, I guess, made from the roots. You can also eat the leaves and the flower itself. So please be careful and always talk to your doctor, because if you have certain kind of problems within your body, you shall not just take those things, or you always have to check in with your body. And some of the people here listening are operating from the physical world, like the 3D world, and that means that you have to start working from there, but not from the 5D sense. Yeah. Okay, is there something else? What? Laying on the grass gives me a certain kind of peace and ease, is what I hear. So I guess nature is the most important thing for you right now. Surround yourself with most of green grass, and now it's, I don't know what kind of season it is in your country, but if you have summer or spring or even autumn, it would be awesome if you can surround yourself with fresh grass. Nou, wie net. Om vi sie hingemacht haben. Fresh. I've been interrupted again. I'm like, oh my god. All those questions like, oh, have you done this or that? Like, without even, with a certain kind of undertone, or so judgeful. Like, why would I do that? If I would have done that, I would have already, said it out loud, or apologized. Yeah. So I take it as a sign that there are certain kind of people surrounding you that always wanna judge you without even thinking of the fact that you might have not even done this. They are just straightforwardly asking you first, because they always suppose that you have to do something with it. And be aware of those people and take your distance, because they are not worth your time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, the grass. Laying in grass reminds you of your childhood. The fresh scent, just to smell the freshly mowed grass, gives you a feeling that you have had back in your childhood. And for your healing process, and to integrate all those new timelines within yourself, or this new time that is coming up, that's just arising, emerging within yourself, it is important for you to have this certain kind of ease and peace. So always take your time to get yourself grounded, not in the sense in the in the meaning of you have to stay at home, but the grounding where you connect with your root chakra in the energetic sense, or otherwise said, it's just what can you say, where you just feel safe and feel that you're standing on with both of your feet on the ground. So you know that there is no imbalance. That you can just, that you know that whatever storm might be coming up in your life, you will always find a way through the storm. Yeah. Okay, now. And there are bees here. They're just so peaceful. Have you ever seen or noticed how peaceful bees actually are? No matter how much you run around them, they just kind of seem to always be in such a peace, and it's just such a beautiful sense of coexisting that they give off. Yeah. Okay. I see. It could also be important for you to what was that? We go out in nature and collect raspberries, strawberries. If there are still strawberries out there, if you have a little garden, just work there and eat the fruits or the berries, the vegetables you actually grew yourself, that you or collected yourself in nature. Like, if it's possible for you to do not buy them in the store, in the grocery store, but collect them yourself, like in nature, in forest, if you know some places, that would be awesome. Would be really helpful to your body. Helpful for your body, and you know, that kind of sense. Yeah. You know what, guys? To be psychic, to have those heightened psychic senses that we of course all have, but they're not all heightened because we are all different. It is like you can feel what kind of the energies that will come along the way sooner or later. It's like, my God. That's why I love to use them for YouTube channelings, or you know, kind of like that, because it's a beautiful way to use them and to see that there is not only one side to everything. There are a lot of sides, and you always have to open yourself up to see all of those sides. There's not only this darkness, if you want to call it that way, but also this lightness, this light side. And always be aware that wherever there are shadows, there will always be light, and wherever there is light, there will always be shadows. And that's why it's important to keep yourself grounded, to balance yourself out, and to just do not close off yourself from everything that is surrounding you. Like, only take in what feels good for you, of course, but also don't shy away from the truth that is surrounding you, because seeing everything can make us even stronger than we might think. Yeah, and now that we have talked about everything, I guess I wanted to come through. Yeah, keep yourself protected, very important. So some of you have also heightened psychic senses, psychic gifts that will evolve over time. So please keep yourself protected. And maybe that's why it is so important for you to go out in nature and just surround yourself with flowers. Everything that calms you down, gives you a certain kind of ease and peace, because you'll be changing. And yeah, yellow raspberries, gonna keep an eye out for those. They're really tasty, and maybe you want to try them. All those black kind of berries, not those blueberries, but the others that taste a little sour. I don't know what they are called, but those might help you. Okay, beautiful soul. This is everything that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed reading, and I will see you in the next one, right? Bye. Hey there, beautiful soul. You chose the blue dragon. And actually, I started recording this whole video, you could say, on the 21st of July this year. And I didn't continue until now. And today is I have to take a look. I'm pretty sure, the 15th of September. So actually quite the beginning of autumn. And well, I don't know. There's been so much going on. It just took me way longer than I wanted to. And I don't know why, but I really do feel sad. I don't know if it comes from the reading or from me, but I hear both, yeah. So it could be that you've been endured a pretty sad time. And there's been a lot of changes. It's also why, the dragon's message, a new time is dawning. Everything is beginning to shift, everything is changing, and change, as you know, can sometimes be pretty rough, pretty hard, or at least it just feels that way. And we can only perceive this world through our feelings, right? How we feel about it is how we perceive our world. And also there's been a storm raging in my home region, my home town, you could say, living in a very little town since I guess 3 days now. It's been calm, it's down a little bit, and you can already see glimpses of the blue sky in between. And the rain is not there as much as it used to. The wind's been calming down. And I take this confirmation for the changes that are about to occur or are actually occurring right now in your life. So blue always makes me think about water, about emotion, also about sadness. And it looks like snowflakes are dancing in the wind, in the sky. So I'm wondering, are there snowflakes in September? I don't know. But somewhere around in Austria there have been snowflakes. And actually there have been a really rough winter. That came in way too early. So yeah. But it feels like you are in the midst of a change that caused you to feel way more emotions that you ever used to feel, that you know that are possible for you, that you know that are, like winter is coming actually in the late summer, you could say, and then suddenly it's winter, and that's not usual for a lot of countries or regions in this world, but still somehow it happened. This is, metaphorical for your change. Actually, for your life, it has been summer, but all of a sudden there's this break, this change, and then there is winter, or it's been pretty cold all of a sudden. Even though a few days ago the weather's been really hot and you could go outside and take a little swim in the water because it's so hot and the weather is really nice, and then everything all of a sudden is different. And you see how everything that you once liked so much starts to fade away. Not everything, of course. It's different for everyone that listens to this. You always have to keep in mind that an energy reading is only like a picture, a glimpse of a moment. And that whatever may resonate for you now might not resonate for you later on in this life. And you can always put that the opposite way, that whatever does not resonate for you now might resonate for you later. So take it as it resonates for you right now. And maybe you feel that there will be a huge change coming towards you, and you always felt that, and it's actually not all of a sudden that everything seems to change. You always knew that there would be this change at this time. You always were able to see it, but you didn't want it to see it. It kind of feels like, the truth that's been revealing to you, the truth that's been uncovered, that's been discovered. So, to put those layers off, and suddenly you can see that things haven't been like you thought they were. Or, I'll give you an example. I've just read this story where a man took in a mid-40, year old man took in another young man, I guess so, in his 20s, or maybe short before their 20s, like 18, 19, 17. And after a lot of time, after this man rescued this younger man, they were having this beautiful relationship, and this young man grew to love this elder man so much. And all of a sudden, there was this other person that told this younger man that there is something wrong, that things are changing, but not in a really good way, and there's something off with this elder man. And the younger man didn't want to listen. He didn't want to believe that this elder man could have been lied to them. And so there was this friend of his, this person that he actually loves a lot, but he also didn't want to listen to his friend. And now he distanced himself from this other person and his friend, because he just didn't want to see the truth, even though there have been signs for this change to occur, for this truth to be here. And after that, something crucial happens, and this young man realized everything was wrong that he believed about this elder man, about this, you can say elder, it's like mid-40 or 40 years old man. And they actually opened up to their truth and said that they knew that there were signs, that he knew that there were signs, but he didn't want to see them because he couldn't believe that all of this should have been a lie. And at least they see that this elder man didn't really love this person. They just took him in for his benefits. And I don't know what stories I come across, right? But you see, sometimes things are not as they seem, and just because we don't want to see it doesn't mean that this isn't the truth, that there isn't this under layer that has always been there, but we just didn't allow ourselves to see it because we didn't want it to see that now everything will change. But just to learn the truth about something or situation, people, whatever, doesn't mean that now that this beautiful time you say is over means that there won't be another beautiful time, or maybe that things are about to be way better. Not based on a lie, but based on truth, on love, on honesty. You don't know, right? But maybe this change is quite the same for you. And this younger man, of course, has been rescued and was reunited with this other person and his friend. And, actually the story had a happy end, so don't worry. But life is so full of surprises, and change is so natural. You can see it in the seasons. I always like to talk about this in autumn, in fall, that everything is seems to die. It seems to fall apart, and then this is great the season of winter, and everything seems cold and there's no life. When actually in winter, under the earth, which we can't really see with our eyes, there is this huge process of new beginnings that's arising, the seeds that are preparing to become a plant, a flower. And so it is with changes. Everything all needs to fall apart so we can prepare for this great rest, for this great growing from within. You might not see changes on the outside sometimes, but you will sooner or later, when you are ready to blossom, to bloom, to sprout, to begin to be full of life again. It's just what has been happening inside, and when you're ready, everything will come and reveal itself on the outside too. Or at least to yourself. We don't know which processes we are enduring, which processes are happening within us. Sometimes we only feel this tiredness, this lack of energy, this, oh my god, everything is so exhausting, I just want to rest, I don't want to do anything anymore. But in the end, it was just this preparing, this growing, this healing season that brings us to another new spring season, to a season where we are able to shine in all those brightest colors that were always meant to. It kind of feels like I'm talking all over the place, but I'm trusting that this makes sense what I'm saying. So, yeah. Blue is also, the color of truth of the throat chakra, which of course always is an indicator for truth. Stands for truth, speaking your truth, living your truth, just being authentic to yourself. So that's what might be the change that is occurring. The change that is coming to your life is about learning to be authentic, starting to be authentic, starting to see your truth, to live your truth. So no matter how painful it might feel, it gives you whatever you actually need to be who you truly are, to become who you truly are. And if that isn't great, I don't know what is. I mean, in this world, most of us have always been trying to catch a certain picture, to be a certain perfect person with huge finger signs, that we somehow along the way forgot how it is to be ourselves. In this world, no one really is themselves. And I don't speak for all of those people, of course, but if you were here in this pile, if you felt drawn to this, you know that most people are just wearing a mask. They are not being authentic to themselves, most likely because they never learned to be authentic, because they also learned that it is not safe to be themselves. The same goes for me too. That's what I learned. And so there are still parts of me that I'm afraid to show, because I'm not quite sure if it is safe for me to do so. But life is like taking me gently on its hand, and it's like saying, in its hand, yeah, and like leading me towards a different perspective and saying, you still really think that it's not that safe? Just try. You'll see for yourself. And I know in some countries it's hard to be oneself. There are still those old structures, those old belief systems, especially I would say for women, that you're not really allowed to be yourself. And this is really sad, especially because as a woman too, I feel that this is so unfair. I want things to change. I always wanted things to change so badly, because I just wanted us all to have a better life, to be more happy, to be happier, to actually see that everything we need comes from within. And I also wanted that for myself too, because I've always been blind to the beauty and prosperity, abundance that I have inside. As much as I were able to see others' beauty, I wasn't open to see my own. And if that resonates for you too, here's your sign that you will be able to see your own beauty too. Not only the beauty of others, but also your own, your strength, your uniqueness. And sooner or later, you will grow to love yourself. And speaking of winter, before, if you felt drawn to the ice dragon, that is, I guess, pile number 3, there might be a message for you. I also have been seeing the violet dragon. So, for some of you, might also resonate the violet dragon. So, whatever you feel drawn to, and if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can always listen to more than one. We are all so multi I don't know how to pronounce this word. Multifaceted. No, I don't know. But we all have a lot of facets. We all have so many different sides to us. There is this beautiful variety within us that yearns to be seen, that yearns to be lived. So why not allow ourselves to just, discover what else is there, what else is inside of us, what else wants to show itself. And always when I say show yourself, show myself, or show itself, I'm thinking about the Frozen 2 song, Show Yourself. And I think this is just such a beautiful song for coming out of your shell, to finally show yourself to the world, to stop hiding, to expressing your authenticity, your true nature, and to see that everything actually is good, that there will be no harm, that your authenticity helps to heal the world. It might not always be easy, but it is so worth it. And not only in the end. Okay? So, this is everything I have for you, my beautiful pile number 2, group number 2, that chose the blue dragon. And I wish you all the best. Surely, greatly. May you always be blessed. May you always feel safe and loved here in my and our space. Hey there, beautiful soul. Hey there, my beautiful souls. You chose the icy ice dragon. Yeah, it looks like a baby gently curled up, looking for safety. So, you are in the winter phase of your life, the phase that is the most magical one, I would say. Because in the winter, everything glows and glimmers in this beautiful white color. It's cold. You know, every little process is happening in the mystery, in the unseen realms, beneath the ground. There is so much change going on in this great phase of rest, in this great phase of safety, you could say. Everything calmed down and we're ready to curl up under a warm blanket, drink some hot chocolate, hot coffee or hot tea, whatever you prefer. And also your matcha tea, yeah, of course, whatever you prefer. And you look outside the window. It is cold out there. It's dark, already dark out there. Or maybe the sun is setting. And you feel so safely held under your blanket. And you know that you're so safe and so cozy within this process of secret misery beginnings. So you already do know that a new time will occur in your life, whether you know consciously or unconsciously. You're likely to be a person that loves winter. Maybe you're even born in the winter season. And you don't have to like the winter, but it's like whether you like the winter or you're born in winter season, and kind of feel most comfortable in the season. And most of you prefer the cold weather over the warm, hot weather. It just makes you feel at home. It makes you feel like you had come home already, and you can work best if it's cool outside. Like the heat might just exhaust you so much, or sometimes you actually like the warm weather, but for some of you it's like this. Yeah, you actually do like the warm weather, but now you're totally exhausted and you're just so happy that now winter is about to begin. And as beautiful as the summer season can be, as grateful we are all most of the times that it's also ending, that not everything lasts forever, that there'll always be warm and cold weather. After a great season of heat, there will be a great season of coldness. Yeah, of coolness. Everything's cooling down and oh yeah, I just feel like so cozy right now. I also sit inside my precious room. I can look outside the window, seeing the cold wind blowing through the trees. Even you could more likely say it's a storm outside. A little storm that's been going on for 3 days now. It's Sunday, the 15th of September. And even though sometimes it rains here and it's cloudy, there's also partly blue sky to be seen. Yeah. I don't know. I want to stay in this cozy mood forever. Thank you for sharing space with me. I'm gonna take a sip of my hot tea and then I'll continue. With channeling, of course. Yeah. You wanna know which tea I'm drinking? I don't know what it's called in English, but I can look this up in the internet. Yay! It's called sage tea. Yeah, you know the sage we also use to get rid of negative energies. And you used to burn the sage. Maybe it's also a phase of huge deep cleansing within yourself. It's just like this regeneration. Yeah, winter phase is also this phase of regeneration, of preparing everything for this new beginning. And the winter dragon, the icy dragon, is telling you that there is clearly nothing to worry about. You're about to have a good time. You're about to flourish. You just need to trust the process. You just need to know that you are safe, so safe, so safe and so held in whatever you are going through. And that there is clearly nothing to worry about. Even though your brain might want to tell you otherwise, your ego might want to tell you otherwise. You have achieved so much, so much, and you can be really proud of yourself. There is nothing more to do for you than rest, recuperate, regenerate, and allow this healing energy to flow through you, to allow the changes to occur, to process further. Allow the winter to happen. So soon there'll be another spring for you. And in life, we are always going through seasons, right? And they might not take as long as the, seasons in nature. Or maybe they take way longer than the seasons in nature. everyone has their own inner seasons. And so, therefore, they'll always be different for everyone, for each of us. And that is totally okay. I just had to remember when I was sitting there on the hill, looking down on the city, seeing the beautiful view. And it was the 1st of January. Yeah, the 1st of January. And so many things had already changed for me. And I knew, even though I was in a winter phase of my life, I was shortly to come out of it and to flourish and blossom. I guess it was even the first time I recorded a video of myself for YouTube. But firstly, it was for my friends, and after some time, I actually did upload it. And I guess it was the first time I thought about it. Yeah. But I also made a video about new beginnings. It's kind of funny how everything just comes across you more than once sometimes. How everything returns to you, even though you thought it left you, kinda. You can really prettily see the cycle of life, of those changes. And then when I'm in your energy, I just feel so comfortable with this change. And I guess it's the same for you. I feel pretty exhausted. So you might feel pretty exhausted. But still you feel so safe. And know that everything is about to change in so many beautiful ways that you might not be able to see right now. But you just feel it. In this feeling of safety, in this deep trust, this deep knowing that everything is going to work out anyway. There's nothing to worry about. And you know it. Because you're strong enough to endure everything that comes across you. Yeah, well, always felt like I was talking in circles. Kinda like repeating the same things with different words today in your pile. But there is clearly not much to say for you. I'm really sorry. Really. But this is everything I have for you in those 12 minutes. And kind of want to say, like, I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Like, I guess esoteric doesn't always say that. I don't know why those words came up right now. Yeah. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for letting me read your energy. Thank you for sharing space. Hope to see you again. If you like this video, you can leave me a like or a comment down below. Whatever feels right to you. And now I wish you all the best. Much of love. A wonderful time. Enjoy your winter season. Maybe it's actually winter wherever you are at right now. And you'll always be held. And there'll always be help if you seek out for it. You will never be alone. Life is for you, not against you. And I love you. And may you always be blessed. Always feel loved and safe here in my and our space. Peace out. Hello there, my beautiful souls. You chose the Violet Dragon, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. I guess it was the Violet Dragon that I named it. Yeah, named. Just named by color. Or whatever it seems to be to me. So, I'm so glad to be back. Today is the 16th of September. So, if you were likely to hear the intro, you know that I might have started recording this video way before. Or, I don't know what I actually said, but it's been 2 months now since I started recording this video. And it's kind of funny, right? I started in summer, but then along the way it didn't resonate anymore, and then I needed to take a break, and now it's September, and that's really a great time for new beginnings, this new day that is dawning, because all those spring and autumn, it's like this transitioning phase in nature. In spring it's like transitioning to summer, to this beautiful variety variety of colors, of just everything, so there's so much. And then it's shifting in autumn to the resting season, the winter season, the season where everything is regenerating, recuperating, where everything is just taking this time, this space to rest, to heal whatever needed to be healed. And it's like when you are growing your muscles and you're working out, there are little what is it called? Your muscles are hurt if you are training, and it takes the rest to let them grow, to let them heal. It's still kind of the same with your internal processes. You can work as much as you want on yourself, but in the break time, it's actually when you really integrate whatever you learned, whatever you released, So it's always been a part of us, the season of creative work and the season of great rest. And there needs to be a balance. Yeah, so I guess the Violet Dragon, the dragon's message that is coming up for you is about balance. Is about to let you know that the rest season needs to be there as well as the great work season. There is not one without the other. And if you are overdoing it with work, one day your body might break down and it won't function anymore if you're not letting it rest properly. And if you're resting too much, you're getting, kind of stuck, kind of overheated. And you're like, there is so much energy that wants to be put out, wants to be used. But you can't. We can't be used if you're not doing anything, if you're not willing to do something. To get in, to this action, get into moving. Yeah, so, yeah. But there is no limitation, no kind of amount of how much you can take of a break, or the need of a break, or the need of a work. For each and every one of us human beings, it is different. For every being, actually, on this earth. So it could be that you feel like you're not doing enough, when actually what you really need is to rest more. Or you could feel like you're resting way too less, when actually it would be good for you to get out and move your body, like do some sports, and that helps you to just balance out whatever is unbalanced within yourself. So the dragons ask you to look within, to feel within yourself and see what it is that you are really craving, what your body is craving, your soul, your mind, your spirit. And sometimes to actually hear our inner voice, to hear our inner longings, it is important for us to just calm down for a moment, to just sit down, to just hear nothing. Just take a breath in and a breath out and a breath in and a breath out. And then you do it again, so you can refocus. And then you can simply ask yourself, what is it that I need? Do I need more sporty activities? Your body will tell you if it is a yes. Then your body will open up widely. But if it's a no, your body will get tense and close itself a little bit. So, that also needs training sometimes, so you can actually feel how your body is responding to you. So if you're doing this more and more, you kind of get a feeling when it's a no, when it's a yes. And you can also feel it with your heart. If your heart is closing, there might be something that is imbalanced about it. For some of you are here, you're doing way too much sport. You're moving way too much. You're working out way too much. And that comes from a huge imbalance on your emotional side, because you feel like you're not good enough. And you don't have to be ashamed of that. That is okay. We all do feel like that. Most certainly. Every one of us that lives here on earth has felt this way. Even if it's only been once or twice. Because in our world, we are trained that nothing is really good enough. Nothing is really, whether it's too much or too less. So, how would we learn that we are actually quite perfect as we are? There is no really a way to learn that from, in the beginning of our human life. And so please don't be mad at yourself for that. It's not that you wanted to feel this way. It's just that you learned to feel this way. That you learned to make yourself feel that way. Because this feeling is always there when you feel like you kinda did something wrong, and then you're like, oh my god, I'm not good enough, and now I will lose this and that. And no, just stop yourself in such moments and take a deep breath in and out. And if you need another breath, then take a deep breath in and out. And you can feel yourself calming down a little bit, and then you can ask yourself again, And then maybe it helps you to get a different perspective on it. And things can start to change. They can start to shift. And I know that you're ready to do that. You're not being unproductive if you're not doing those things. You just train yourself to feel that way. I know, that sounds weird. But as humans, the more we do something, the more our brain is saving this. It's like kind of a cycle that you've learned. That's just how our brain works. This is kind of this no-brainer thing, you know? You have been doing this specific thing, whatever it is for you, all the time. Whether it is always being consciously aware of your mistakes with finger signs. Like, they're not really mistakes, are they? Is everything a mistake you do? I don't think so. It's just a learning process, and it's just so human, you know? Or it is like your habits, for example, that you always eat a lot of chocolate. So why do you do that, right? It also comes from a feeling. Once upon a time in your life, you might have learned that you cannot handle your feelings, that everything is too much, and you need to eat a lot of chocolate, a lot of sweets, so you can feel this happy feeling, and you don't have to see and look at your uncomfortable feeling about this feeling of not being good enough. So it's kind of still the same feeling, but a different action that comes from it. Some people need to do a lot of sports. Some always want to have those beauty surgeries. But does this really satisfy you? Does it really make you happy? What you do? Or do you just think that it makes you happy? Wouldn't it be better to kind of know where this comes from and why you are doing this? So let's say, for example, you wanted to train your body to be this beautiful image that you have, and you reached your goal. But suddenly, after you felt really happy about it, you were like, well, now that I reached my goal, I need to reach this other goal, because now I see that this is good enough. Maybe I want to change something about my nose. Or I don't eat healthy enough. Or whatever it might be. It's like this endless search for something that you may not find because you are searching for it the wrong way. When actually you need to look within yourself and see, well, I just feel empty. I just don't feel good enough. And that causes me to always act in those ways. I always want to change something on the outside, when actually I just need to release this belief that I'm not good enough. That feeling that needs healing, that you feel like full again. And that you can reach with love, but not the kind of love that you think. Maybe you were right and you thought about the love you can give yourself. The cup you need to fill, your own cup. That is not a job for anyone else to do for you. if you're not feeling it from within, from your own love source that you always do have here, you just need to access it. You will always be dependent on other people. So you always give them the responsibility to make you feel happy. And that on one hand can be a burden for other people, and on the other hand for you, because you rely on them to give you what you need. And that is actually unfair to you and to them. They're not here to feel you. That is your responsibility. And I can really feel my voice being lower, and not lower, but like getting more. It's like my voice is shrinking. It's like getting smaller and smaller and smaller the more I talk about it. Does this make you feel small? Do you want me to stop talking about it because you don't want to listen to it? Because you kind of know that this is true and you just don't want to focus on it because you think it's hard work and because you think you cannot reach it. But you can. If you ask for help, there will always be a way for you to receive it. You don't have to do anything alone. If you don't feel like you want that. And sometimes it just takes you opening up to this help that already wanted to reach you. So you can learn what you need. Maybe this person to talk to that helps you unlock those things within yourself that you weren't able to unlock with your old perspective, with your old way of being. Yeah. Just have more faith. Just because you feel like there is no faith or you don't see that there is faith, doesn't mean that there is actually no faith. Things are not always as they seem. So you might not even be able to see everything. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you just can't see everything. We all cannot see everything. We all cannot see everything. We all cannot know everything. And that is okay. That is so freaking beautiful and wonderful. Because we don't need to see everything. How else would life be this adventurous and also beautiful? Yeah, you heard me right. Beautiful and funny and challenging. And so full of life. If we would know everything. If everything would always have been good. Where's the fun about this life then? That we had before we incarnated, before we came to this human life. That's our soul's essence. That's who we are. This joy, this fun, this love, this lightness. And we wanted to go on an adventure. That's why we came here. And we wanted to help others. But especially we wanted to help ourselves. We wanted to experience something new. Learn something we were not able to feel without being in this human life. So, not everything is as it seems. Do you still think that it is impossible to make a difference for yourself? I don't think so. Maybe some of you do. But sooner or later, you might open up to new perspectives. And this will help you find your new beginning. That's always been within you. You just needed to take it in your arms and say, hello, thank you for being here. I now am ready to receive you. Yeah. No, I suddenly feel like I want to smile all the time. I like that. So, my beautiful soul, my beautiful souls, this is everything I have for you. And let me say, you're really beautiful. And I don't only say it like just for the sake of saying it. It is this feeling, this inner picture that I get, that you are so beautiful, that your energy is so beautiful, and you're not even able to see it. But let yourself receive that. You are so, so beautiful. And I don't care what you look like. Or what you label as beauty. Full. You are beautiful because you are beauty. You are beauty in person. So, please, do something for me now. Put on this beautiful little smile that you have. And smile for yourself. And just be thankful for everything that you ever have done for yourself. For everything that you went through. Because you deserve it. You really do. And don't forget to be good to yourself. And to live like it really, really resonates with you. A life that says, ooh, that's me. You can create your life. And that is a little thing we tend to forget. We can choose, after all. Even those people who might have not many chances into, like, let's say, in independent countries, there is still a little way to change something. There will always be hope. No matter how hopeless it will seem, or it might seem. So, yeah, take on your crown. Look ahead. Be proud. And new leaves will sprout. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Because that is so beautiful and so gorgeous and so highly appreciated. If you like this video, I would love if you give me a like. This video like, not me. If you give this video a thumb up. And if there's anything you want to share, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Lots of love to you and to me. And may you always be blessed and feel loved and safe here in my and our space. Bye bye and peace out.